The purpose of this hearing is to hear more about Sergeant Bowe Bergdahl and his exchange for 5 terrorist prisoners from Guantanamo Bay. Let's hope that the Bergdahl negotiators are not the same ones currently negotiating with Iran over nuclear weapons. Be that as it may, releasing 5 senior Taliban commanders may put the lives of our senior service members and Americans around the world at risk.
Thank you. Mr. Andrews.
What message are we sending our troops if we don't do everything that we can to retrieve an American soldier that the Army has officially declared missing and captured? We can have a debate over whether the price for Sergeant Bergdahl was too high, and it's an appropriate debate to have. But we should also be reminded of the 532 Guantanamo Bay detainees who were transferred before this president came to office. Where was the outrage then?
I find it offensive and insulting that this administration, up to and including the president, would cite the principle of leaving no man behind to justify this action. Every day in Ranger School, we recited the Ranger Creed that I will never leave a fallen comrade. You know who didn't leave a fallen comrade? Cody Full, Darren Andrews, or all the soldiers who went after him in the weeks and the months after his disappearance, knowing that he had deserted.
I wish you both a quick recovery. Specialists, while on mission to look for Sergeant Bergdahl, he is joined by his wife.
Combat is difficult. The only thing you can count on as combat is the commitment of your fellow American. Knowing that someone you needed to trust deserted you in war and did so on his own free will is the ultimate betrayal. Now that Bergdahl is back in the United States, an investigation needs to take place as to why he left us. All the documents, including the intelligence known on Bergdahl, now need to come to the public view. Americans need to also see the original investigation on Bergdahl's desertion.
On June 30th, 2009, I commanded a U.S. Army Special Forces company with Sergeant Bergdahl endangered the lives of thousands of men and women sent to search for him. He diverted scarce and valuable resources, such as Predator drones, helicopters, IED clearing teams, from other units that desperately needed those assets. Wittingly or unwittingly, he handed our enemies a significant propaganda tool that they repeatedly used in videos to denounce the United States and recruit for their cause.
Thank you, Specialist Full, for your service as well. As someone who served in the Pentagon, in our nation of laws, the presumption of innocence is sacrosanct. People are innocent until proven guilty. Thus, before passing judgment, there must be a thorough investigation. It must be allowed to take place without politics or partisanship. Without that, we are unlikely to ever have accountability. We may not like it, but in the end, foreign affairs and national security policy are often about juggling bad options and finding the least worst approach. There are rarely simple solutions. The decision to exchange Sergeant Bergdahl may be imperfect, but it was the right decision. We never leave our soldiers behind.